Hello. So it's been a long time. I'm in a new place. We moved a couple months ago. I have not made a video in months. The last video I posted was in April, so oops. But I thought I would make a video today. I actually made a few over the summer that I never edited, so hopefully I'll go back and do that just for me. I want to edit them. But anyways, so today I'm going to be trying something new. I'm going to try canning. Now, I've been interested in canning for a couple years at least. I've been watching videos on YouTube and just like randomly reading stuff about it. But I didn't have like a canner, I didn't have the stuff, and I was convinced that I would do it wrong and be poisoned and die. So I've been putting off doing it, but I recently on Facebook Marketplace got a great deal on a water canner with a bunch of jars and some of the other little accessories. So I'm gonna try it now. From what I've seen, a lot of people say that canning really warms up your house, which I would be fine with because it snowed yesterday, 2 days ago. It snowed like over 5 inches, 5 to 7 inches, I think. And it's cold and I don't feel like turning on my heat. So we're gonna can and hopefully heat up the kitchen at least. I'm gonna be making grape jelly from juice. There's a lot of other things that I want to can. But this woman, I've been watching her channel a lot this week. Her channel name is the Kneady Homesteader. Kneady like kneading bread, which I think is a cool name anyways. Oh, should put a lid on here. I'm sterilizing my jars. Anyways, so what was I saying? I've been watching the Kneady Homesteader, and one of her recipes I saw was for making grape jelly from juice. Normally, if I'm gonna can, I want to like make the thing that I'm canning. But since this is the first time I'm canning, I want to try it, and this seems like a good recipe to try. And we're out of jelly, so kill all those birds with one stone. So I'll show you the supplies I have. Woo, ignore this. It's a Saturday. There's no makeup, no anything going on. Hopefully you don't see my outfit because it's hideous. Anyways, so my supplies I have this can jar gripper thingy. I have this to get out air bubbles, and I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. But you can also take measurements with this. Oh, there. Oh, was there for a second because you have to measure the headspace. I got 2 boxes of no sugar or low sugar pectin because I don't want to add 7 cups of sugar into some jelly. I'll still have to add, I think, 4.5, which is disgusting, but, well, my child just came in. Anyways, I got no sugar added grape juice. I have my sugar. Want to see? Just a video. Hi. You want to say hi? Yeah. Say hi. 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 All right, go play. I have a stainless steel spoon. And I don't have one of those magnetic grippers. This came in the pot with things I got. I don't know what this is for, but I'm just going to use probably, where are you? Oopsie. Halloween candy falling out everywhere. I'll probably just use these tongs to get the lid for now. So I have this big pot over here, and I'm going to make the jelly in this pot. And I have the lids simmering over here. I turned it down a little bit. So the jars that I got with this canner were like new jars, but where I got this can, I almost said cannibal, but that's actually relevant because the guy who I got it from, he just looked like one of those horror movie cannibals that lives in the woods. It was a creepy experience, but I got the canner, so that's all that matters. But anyways, I have my jars in there. I'm gonna boil them for 10 minutes because oh, we got some steam on the lens. But I'm just going to boil them because my processing time for my altitude level here in Massachusetts, it looks like I only have to boil it or can it for 5 minutes. And apparently if it's less than 10, then you want to sanitize your jars first. And we don't have a dishwasher, so in the pot it goes. So yeah, we're gonna make some jelly in this here pot. In 1 second. Alright, so I added my grape juice to my pot over here. And now she's just sprinkling in the pectin. So there is a recipe, and I'll post it, the page that she's using the recipe from. But I like videos, so I'm following her video. So I'm going to sprinkle this in. She said sprinkle, I'm sprinkling. It said 2 whole packages, so, oh, we've returned.
Are you talking to your grandma again?
Mm-hmm.
Can I show the camera a movie?
She gets to watch Cocomelon on YouTube. Lucky you. Alright, scoop. I'm gonna just stir this real quick here. Anyways, I'll continue sprinkling. This feels like a lot of pectin, but who am I to question? It smells very grapey, which I guess is a good thing. Well, anyways, I'm going to continue sprinkling this here pectin. I have another box to sprinkle in too, so I'll come back in a minute. Alright, pectin's been added, kind of stirred. There's a few little clumps, so I'm going to try to get those out. But she also said she adds a tablespoon of butter to cut down on foaming. I'm a huge fan of butter, so obviously that's going in. Alright, so I'm going to stir this around. I guess now the point is to bring it to a rolling boil, so basically so I can't stir it out. So that's the next step. So while I'm waiting for my pot to boil, I just measured 4.5 cups of sugar. Thankfully I bought more sugar to replenish the jar, but yeah, it's a lot of sugar, and I try sometimes to not eat sugar, so I don't know. Unless I find a better way to do this, I don't know if I'll do this again, because I also don't want my daughter to eat a ton of sugar. But it is still less sugar than the regular pectin calls for, because I think that one calls for 7 cups. So we're doing 4.5 cups, which I suppose is better. Yep. We're still waiting for this to come to a rolling boil. That pot, whoo, the steam. That pot is boiling, so I'm sterilizing the jars for a little bit. I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to stuff like this, so also I'm a little sad that I don't have to boil these for 10 minutes, because I would rather just wash them, put the stuff in, and boil them for 10 minutes so I don't have to sanitize them as well. So I don't know. And again, canning is a science and I'm not that acquainted with it because I've never done it before. So I think she said that she's canned them for 10 minutes. But then I've also seen some people say that doing it for too long makes it like not set right, or I don't know. I don't know. For this time I'm going to follow the recipe. Oh yeah, it's 10:35. And then hopefully it comes out. Otherwise it'll be a lot of, well, it'll still taste like sugary grape goo, so that's a plus, right? Alright, waiting for this bad boy to come to a rolling boil. Alright, so we'll see if we can get it. I think we've reached a rolling boil, because when I stir it, and then I stop stirring it, it is still bubbling, and I'm being summoned. I'm going to add 4.5 cups of sugar, bring it back to a boil, stir it until the sugar and any remaining clumps dissolve. Most of my pectin clumps have dissolved though, so that's good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we've reached that boil again. Still boiling, so we're going to set a timer for 1 minute. I have this on for 10 minutes for my pots, so we're just going to wait for that to be down a minute. And I guess you just keep stirring this, and then I'll take it off the heat. Alright, so it's been a minute, and we're going to go ahead and take it off the heat and put it over there. Alright, so I just took my jars out and I'm about to put the jelly in, but I did the freezer plate test to see like how the jelly would set. I just put it on a frozen plate and then you drag your finger, and I tasted it and it's super delicious. has the texture of jelly, but my daughter wants to try it as well. Alright, ready, Evie?
Yeah.
Right here. Oh, what's on your face? What do you think?
Good.
Good. Alright, well, these are sterilized. I guess I'm going to go ahead and put the jelly inside the jars. I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm a little bit like, oh, 1/4 inch headspace. Oh no. The Kneady Homesteader had an awesome funnel and ladle for this purpose. I have neither of those. I have just like the cheap basic funnel. So yeah, I've kept stirring this a little bit just because I didn't pour it into jars right away. I don't really know. But it's pretty syrupy. But
Did I say hi?
you did say hi. Oops.
What are you doing?
I'm putting it in jars.
Why?
Because I'm
What's
going...
that?
It's jelly.
Jar.
Jelly.
Jelly?
Mm-hmm.
Can I eat it?
When it's done. You had one little taste already. Alright. Let's see. My handy dandy stick. Alright, I'm gonna see if that's to 1/4 inch. Oh, you know what? It's like exactly at 1/4 inch. Hooray! Alright, so I'm gonna take this jar. I have my clean towel. And I guess you wipe around the rim. Ooh, you know, that's pretty hot. Let me get another clean towel so that I don't burn my hand off. So I'm just going to go around the threads and around the top. Let me just do it one more time. I don't know. Is that in there? Man, I'm like worried to do this wrong because I don't want to do all this work and then have it be wasted. Alright, so I did test this thing and it is for lids, so that's pretty sweet. Gonna get one of my narrow mouth lids over here. I do kind of still want a magnet though because those are pretty cool. And the magnet's nice because you can just like pop it up there. This thing is a little bit hard. Oopsie, touching it. Alright, so you just put it on top. It is on top. You need a ring. You know what I wonder if will work? One of those little plastic fishing games with the magnet at the end. Alright, anyways, so I have my jar, I have my lid. I'm going to tighten them to fingertip tight. It's not the tightest I can do, so fingertip tight. I saw one lady do it where she just did it until the jar turned. I probably did it a tiny bit tighter than that. I'm going to wipe it off with this pot lid. Whatever, I don't know. So that's a jar. This is pretty exciting. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and fill up the rest of my jars. Alright, so that's how many jars I got. I got 2. I think these are pints. I think the rest of these are half pints. I think she might have gotten another jar out of it. I have a tiny bit left over. And it's funny because apparently I'm really slow trying to do like the headspace and all that. So it started becoming jelly at the end, which I guess is a good sign. So I guess there is jelly in there. Alright, so I'm going to put them into my canner. And then I guess I just have to boil them for 5 minutes. So, awesome. Alright, so those are my jars about to go in, and I guess you need an inch of water over the top of the tallest jar. So I'm going to put that in and we'll see what kind of water we have in there. Alright, so I added some more water and I put my tongs in to see how deep it is. The tong triangle bottom is a little over 1 inch and it's just about covered. So I think we have 1 inch in there. So I put more water in. So it'll probably take a little bit longer to come up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on so it boils faster. Alright, so we just had the timer go off. Did it for 5 minutes. It took a little bit for the water to come up to a boil because I did add a good amount of water to get it high enough. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna reach around here and kind of turn it off. Woo, it's a little bit hard because this pot is so big. Alrighty, so ignore my sink right here. I just got a bunch more dishes. I just got a bunch more dishes from doing this today. Alright, so I guess we go ahead and take out our jars. Just gonna put it over here. Hey Edie, no flashlights in here, please. Oh, I guess that's the pop that we're looking for. So that's good. Got one of the big boys. So, this is probably one of those activities that gets a little faster as you, oh, did that one just pop? I don't know. As you go. This was my first time, so pretty much the whole time I was looking at other things to make sure I was doing it right. So I think it took me a little bit longer. It took me probably almost 2 hours to do this. Again, some things like letting the water boil again because I didn't have enough in there. Just stuff like that. Having to read the recipe the whole time, taking forever to fill them. All those factors, I think, made it take longer for me because I've never done this before. Oh, we got another one. I don't know. Oh, which one was that? I don't know. It's pretty exciting, though. I think that's a sign that it worked, I think. I think I'm supposed to put these up and let them sit for a while. Let me double check what this recipe says. I don't know. It doesn't really say. Some people leave them. Oh, I saw that one. It was this one. That's pretty cool. All right, so there are my jars of jelly. It was pretty easy. Hey, no, hot. It's pretty easy to do. Hopefully they all stay well. I'm gonna put them in my cabinet. I actually I'll show you. It's pretty sweet. Didn't clean that up yet. But I got this cabinet for free on Facebook Marketplace. The setup of this whole kitchen is kind of weird because I do want to keep the kid table in here, and that's just where it goes for now. But it's a nice cabinet. So I think, and it's like very sturdy. It's wood, so I'm going to, it's wood. Well, you know, it's not particle board. So I'm going to try keeping some stuff in there. Yeah, so I know it tastes good. I hope these last pretty well. I'll be keeping an eye on them to see how the lids stay because I've never done this before. I followed directions, so I'm thinking it should be okay, but I'm just going to make sure that none of the seals go bad in the next couple of weeks, I suppose. I think I'm going to store them with the rings off. Then that kind of makes it easier to tell if it's sealed or if the jar becomes unsealed, so that's what I'll do. I did get another like quarter jar out of the scrapings of the pot, so my daughter will have that in a PB&J for lunch today, which she's excited about. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any suggestions or tips for canning as I get going. I really want to try tomato sauce next. I like to make my own tomato sauce anyways, and sometimes I just freeze it. But yeah, I think I'm going to try that next time. But thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you're into canning stuff. I have become a canning nerd. I watch so many videos. I look at so many things online. So I'm just excited to kind of get a little bit more into it. I want to stick with water bath canning for a little bit, but how many times can I say a little bit? I don't know, maybe a few more. I want to stick with water bath canning for now because that's what I have, and I feel like it's maybe a little bit easier to get going with. But eventually, if I do well with canning and if I keep up with it, I would love to get a pressure canner. I think that's so cool, like being able to can meat and stews and stuff. I think that would be super awesome. Oh, the other thing that I might be canning soon is salsa, so that would be fun. But anyways, thank you so much again for watching this video. I hope you guys all have a great day. Yeah, that's it. Bye.